The Super Media Bros podcast is a founding member of the OddPods Media Network.
Super Media Bros.
The most prestigious annual event in company history every year, live from a parking lot.
Yeah, whenever you show me that, I just, there are just some things in kayfabe that I just wish I never had exposed, and this is going to be in, the top at least 5.
Same. Welcome to episode 269 of the Super Media Bros podcast. I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
And we're back with our 30-year time machine series, going back 30 years to WrestleMania IX from the World Wrestling Federation in 1993, live from Caesar's Palace parking lot in Las Vegas, Nevada.
God damn it.
With an attendance of 16,891 people. I just so happened, when we were watching this earlier, because, I've seen this pay-per-view several times over the last 30 years of my life. Dude, when they were opening the curtains for everybody to come out on the elephants and the horses and the fucking camels or whatever the fuck, I looked down at the concrete and I could see parking spot space lines and just markings that you would put. And I was like, I never thought about it. Are they in a parking lot? And sure the fuck enough, looking into it a little bit, they did it because they were talking about how it was advertised to actually be inside of, of the casino, event center, and it just wasn't.
Well, that's the thing, too, is, once you brought it up, I was like, you know what? Where did I think this was? It never dawned on me. Now, granted, I've never been to Caesar's Palace. I don't know the layout. I don't know the architecture. The whole thing might be fucking outdoors. I don't know. But, so I never really thought about it. But now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, bro, what did you expect?
I think the reasoning behind it, honestly, was so that they could do the set they wanted to do. And, of course, I think with the animals and stuff like that, being outdoors and all that shit, it's dude, hard to kind of herd those fuckers inside of an arena. I mean, it's not unheard of, it's not difficult, I'm sure, with the proper trainers and shit, but it just, I don't know. It's hot as balls, dude.
I was about to bring it up, I'm sure a lot of people and animals would have appreciated being indoors. It's fucking Vegas.
It's Vegas in April, which isn't doing any favors. I mean, we're just like, oh, it's April. No, fam, it's already fucking hot out there. There's no way that it's not. I guess let's jump into this pay-per-view. So there were 10 matches, including a dark match, which I really wish that some of these dark matches would just get included on the network.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think that I would have wanted to watch Tito Santana versus Papa Shango.
No, I think I'll pass, but I'm sure there are some dark matches out there where it's fuck, I would have liked to have seen that.
And then Bam Bam Bigelow and Kamala were actually supposed to have a match too, but it got canceled for time constraints. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, oh, so it got canceled so we could have 3 matches on this card that I fucking hated.
Yeah. Look, let's just cut down to the chase. Arguably one of the greatest sets in WrestleMania history.
Yeah, for the time, for sure.
I would say it still holds up. But arguably one of the greatest sets that is also connected to arguably the worst overall pay-per-view.
Yeah, this was not the best WrestleMania. There have been some bomb WrestleManias over the years, and it's not even that they're this bad. You know what I'm saying? This probably takes the cake. So let's get into it. So the pay-per-view opens with Shawn Michaels versus Tatanka for the Intercontinental Championship. For me, this was one of the best matches on the card.
Yeah.
And it's because, again, Shawn Michaels just does it every time. And Tatanka and him worked really well together. I thought it ran a little long, though. I think that's the only issue I had.
Yeah, I noticed that. Pacing was a little off. It was never poorly paced, but it was just too much with not enough.
Yeah, and the first of many ref bumps / ref fuck up calls. And so they officially ruled this as a count out. And it's even listed here as a count out victory for Tatanka, when in reality, it was a fucking disqualification because Shawn Michaels yoinks the referee out of the fucking ring.
Right. Whenever you would, because you were like, I think you were going to grab like a cup of coffee or whatever. And you were like, wait, what'd I miss? How did the match end? And I was like, oh, it was a ref bump.
Well, it was that I missed what the call was because they said it was a count out, because the way the match is ended is he yoinks the referee out of the ring and he gets in there, and then Tatanka goes and hits his finisher and then goes for a pinfall. The referee goes like he's going to count it, and he's like, wait, no, fuck this, and rings the bell.
What a douchebag, by the way. That's
what I'm saying. That was the most confusing shit, because like I had forgotten what the physical finish was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait, what did they fucking... That's why I was asking, wait, what did they call this? They called it a fucking count out? Are you shitting me? Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I was every bit as lost as you. I don't know. And then the Sherry thing...
getting fucking carried away from the ring again.
Yeah, like it's...
We need to have a Sherry carry counter.
Dude, that's the thing, man, is like, okay, I appreciate the continuity, long-term booking, whatever you want to call it, but again, too much of not enough.
I feel that. 18 minutes and 13 seconds long. It was the second longest match on the card. Let's move on to the third longest match on the card, which was the Steiner brothers versus the Head Shrinkers in just a regular tag team match. And this was a good match, too.
Yeah.
It was the better tag team match of the two on the card.
Yeah, the Mania starts off, I wouldn't call it a hot opening, but it was off to a good start.
Dude, and that's the fucked up part. If you look at this on paper, it should have been pretty good. Mm-hmm. But the match quality is what tanked a lot of this, for me at least.
Yes.
Steiners go out there with the Head Shrinkers and put a pretty fucking great tag match on. There's a couple of spots in here that scared the piss out of me, though. Like whenever, and this is probably why we're getting stupid promos from Scott like years later, like the fucking math promo in TNA.
Hey, that's the greatest promo of all time.
It really fucking is. Up. It's the greatest promo of TNA's history.
Pro wrestling history.
Okay. There's a 33 1/3% chance that you're right about that, but there's also a 66 2/3% chance that I'm right, that this is because he got jumped on his fucking head. Like when he got fucking yeeted over the top rope.
Dude, that shit.
Bro, that fucker said on the ground, and like his fucking neck was, it had to be fucked up at some point because he's just holding it, and then fucking God, he just gets whacked with that goddamn kendo stick.
Dude, the fucking debris of the goddamn stick was in the air.
That shit said, man, slapped the fuck out of him, dude. God damn.
Bruh, I was like, what the fuck?
The fucking wood particles.
Dude, it was fucking nasty with it, man. I felt like I was watching some fucking foul, feral porn.
Porn?
Don't ask.
It was it the noise or was it the schmack? Like seeing it? Or was it both? Just be honest. Okay. Also, this is the second time that we have covered a Steiner Brothers tag team match where there was a fucked up Frankensteiner. Like the one last time where he spiked old boy on top of his fucking head.
Is it just a coincidence, or did he actually do good Frankensteiners more often than not? Or is it like kind of a case of
Are we just catching the shit ones?
Yeah, kind of like a case of John Morrison where his finisher, he kind of botches it more than he hits it. Let's be real.
Starship pain in the ass to fucking watch.
Yeah, like, I'm like, dude, you might need to change your finisher, bud. Like, you don't always hit that fucker.
But he goes to do it, and he just slips completely off. And I can't remember if it was Samu or Fatu, but they just said, whoop, and they just cut a flip for him. And I'm like, oh, God, Jesus, damn it. You know, I just fucking cringe. I was like, man, fuck.
Just stand up and make him fucking do it again.
God damn it. be like Randy Orton. Stupid.
Yeah.
Fucking make him do it again.
I fucking would.
Yeah, so the Steiners win at 14 minutes and 22 seconds for nothing on the line. Just a singles match moving on to Doink the Clown versus Crush. Now, this was Matt Bourne, Doink the Clown. Of my opinion, the best person to portray Doink the Clown ever in the character's history.
I would say the only legitimately good one.
Yeah.
Like the other ones, They were playing a clown. They weren't playing Doink.
Right. That's kind of how I viewed it. Like, Matt Bourne put some psychology behind the character. Now, granted, this version of Doink was a heel.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much psychology going into a babyface Doink the Clown other than, like, it's something fun to get the crowd into it, to get the kids into it, to, like, just have some comedy here and there. But, like...
Well, then don't make him a face.
Exactly. Like, the way I viewed the original Doink the Clown character, where it could have gone... Could you imagine a heel Doink the Clown during an Attitude Era WWF?
It would have been so much fun.
Like, serial killer, like Wayne Gacy type of fucking, like,
Dude,
Doink the Clown.
We've been fucking robbed.
I mean, what he did with the character in ECW
I was about to say
was fucking fantastic. That's how it should have fucking been.
And he went GCW as well for a
short bit before he died. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like, wasn't it like a fucking, almost like a sociopathic split personality?
Something
gimmick?
like that. I think so, dude. It was like, he kind of modeled it after the Joker in The Dark Knight a little bit.
See, that's fucking rad.
Yeah. But this match had not a lot going for it. There were two Doinks. This was the whole, like, oh, there's two of them, and they had another Doink come out from under the ring, and it was actually Steve Kern, who was most notably Skinner. Because I know that the dude that played Brooklyn Brawler also did him for a short period of time, but this was, dude, it was just so, like, what the fuck? Like, the ending for this confused me. Okay, so, like, obviously Doink gets the win by cheating with, you know, hitting him with, like, this fake arm or whatever the fuck. But then the second Doink goes back under the ring. Like, this was another ref bump, by the way.
Yeah.
So he goes back under the ring, and I'm just like, dude, would you have not just ran to the back? Because, like, I was reading into this, and that guy had to stay under the ring while people filed into the fucking place, into the parking lot, while people filed into the parking lot arena. And he had to stay under the ring until they filed the fuck out after Brett Yoko's match. They had him under there with, like, a piss bucket and a monitor to watch for his spot. And I'm just like, bro, I would have fucking just taken the heat from Vince and just ran to the back. Like, why the fuck would I just... It's hot, bro.
Why a bucket? Like, my God.
He wouldn't have been able to shit properly under the fucking ring. Like, I'm pretty sure he had to drop a deuce.
Why a bucket? But just a fucking bottle would have sufficed.
No, dude, I'm telling you, he with the amount of heat and the amount of water he probably fucking drank out of that bitch. Oof.
Then bring more than one.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, Doink defeats Crush by pinfall, and fucking 8 minutes and 28 seconds, and this did nothing for either of them. I hate to say that, but I don't feel like much was done for a lot of people on this. It was just like, let's just put matches and see what happens. Because
I mean, Hulk Hogan got something out of it.
Yeah, that's about the only fucking thing. So, like, Razor Ramon is in the next match with Bob fucking Backlund. This man went from Bret Hart challenging him for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Let me wrestle Bob fucking Backlund in less than 4 minutes. Beat him with a roll up. Who gives a shit? Next match. I hate that I'm saying that about a fucking Razor Ramon match.
I know, but it's the reality that we're in.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Fuck it. Carve up one more for the bad guy. Let's move on for the Tag Team Championship match, which this one is the Mega Maniacs, Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake versus Money Incorporated, Ted DiBiase and Renard Shyster. In the actually, this is the longest match on the fucking card.
It felt it. And I don't even know why. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of like, okay.
I don't know. It was so fucking weird because I was making this comment while we were watching. You know how, like, even right now, you know, we do this every so often when we're in a specific time period where we can tell that there's, like, a shift of new people coming in and, like, the old heads be leaving and shit.
Yeah.
Like, we call them that. It's like, these old head motherfuckers are leaving. This is a case of, like, okay, Ted DiBiase is gonna retire soon. IRS is just fucking IRS. He's just there. Hogan is back with the company after the steroid scandal. Who the fuck gives a shit about Brutus Beefcake? This match would have went over much better, like, probably in the mid to late 80s happening.
Yeah.
When all four of these names were a bigger shit. I mean, Hogan was still big, obviously. This is like fucking in the, like, early 90s Hulkamania, but Hulk Hogan, for the first time on paper, I'm not talking about, like, hey, he's advertised to be in the main event. This is the first time that Hogan was advertised on paper to not main event a WrestleMania in a fuckload of time. Now, They win this match or they lose this match. Money Inc. wins by disqualification, and it was fucking weird. Another goddamn ref bump and a briefcase attack, and the whole idea of Money Inc. losing while Jimmy Hart flips his jacket into a referee jacket and counts the pinfall, and then Hogan and Beefcake celebrating stupidly in the ring. Like, oh, okay.
I didn't realize that that's all it takes to be a ref.
I didn't either. But let's get into the tea of this, because let's be honest, this is not the fucking story here. This is who gives a fuck about the championships? Who gives a fuck about this tag match? Let's talk about that shiner that Hogan's rocking.
Yeah, it was a jet ski.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a rogue, unmanned jet ski that hit Hulk Hogan in the face.
Really? I heard it was that Money Inc. had hired some people to jump him before the match. It certainly couldn't have been him getting his lights knocked out by Macho Man Randy Savage, because he was putting him over at ringside, brother.
Yeah, no, it had nothing to do with Hulk Hogan trying to run wild on Miss Elizabeth.
Not at all. And it certainly had nothing to do with Macho Man Savage like snorting a rail of coke and getting blind jealous rage and just punching Hogan right in the goddamn left eye, because Savage is right-handed.
Yeah. It just wouldn't happen.
And Hulk Hogan is just such a goddamn
American.
he's such a goddamn American that jet ski probably got destroyed by his face, because bro, that is the cleanest looking face I have ever seen take a fucking jet ski.
Oh God.
Who the fuck are we kidding, man? Savage just punched his ass the fuck
Savage
out.
Savage just walked up in there. Hey, brother. Fucking decked his ass. And I love Hogan, but come on, dude.
You already know. Dude. Our boy is toxic.
Dude, I fucking love that shit, though. That's what I live for. His Floridian took over, and he was trying to go on demon time. And Macho Man said, "Not today.
Not on my watch. You're wearing the red and the yellow. I gotta blacken up that eye to make it look like you're a Slim Jim." You fucking punch the shit out of him. Fucking, I'm gonna make your face into some beef jerky.
Fuck, dude. Oh, to be a fly on the wall.
Dude, I swear to God. But you know what the funny thing is? Like, I know for a fact, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That is what fucking happened. I swear to God, that is exactly what fucking happened.
No jet ski.
No, fuck no. The jet ski was Macho Man's fist, okay? That's got the power of a jet ski, all right?
Fair enough.
And it just cracked me up because they were talking about it almost the whole pay-per-view. Like, Hogan was probably super embarrassed to have been knocked out by Savage. And nobody would believe that back then probably. They were like, oh, it was definitely the jet ski, because look how much Macho Man's at ringside, like, happy and in a good mood and putting him over. I'm like, of course he is. He punched him the fuck out. Of course he's in a good mood.
Oh my God, it was such the Wild West back then, man.
I'm telling you, man. Like, my man's decked him out, and then maybe a decade later and a half challenges him on a rap album.
Dude, that shit was fucking great.
No, we should cover that one day.
Dude, I'm down.
Sweet. But I guess we'll get into why everybody, I guess, on that end of the spectrum came out on top of the end. So moving on to another match that I didn't give a shit about. It should have been good on paper. I gotta be honest, the Doink, Razor, and this tag match didn't give a fuck about. Here's another match didn't give a fuck about. Lex Luger and Mr. Perfect. How many times have we watched Lex Luger and Kurt Hennig wrestle each other over the years, whether it's here or WCW?
Decent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's not even that they didn't try. It's the fact that, let's be honest, dude. Luger wasn't even supposed to be a wrestling talent in this company.
No, dude.
He did the whole World Bodybuilding Federation thing that he signed to with McMahon, and here we are. And he's like, well, no, we got to use you as a talent. And this is one of the only fucking times that he wrestled under the narcissist gimmick,
which was a cool idea, but I didn't...
Sure, but I mean, by the time we get to King of the Ring and then the fucking SummerSlam pay-per-view, we're gonna be on the fucking Lex Express, my guy. None of this matters. None of this shit fucking matters. It was a 10-minute and 56-second match. And I don't remember dick about it. The only thing that I remember is Mr. Perfect trying to say the narcissist Lex Luger, and he kept calling him the Lexicist in the background, and he couldn't fucking get it right.
How do you fuck that up?
How do you fuck that up on live television, but your gimmick is Mr. Perfect?
Yeah.
I'm not shitting on him because goddamn shit happens, but bro.
Well, to be fair, that promo, he was stuttering towards the end too.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's got to be the heat. It's got to be the fucking heat, dude.
Probably.
These motherfuckers ain't even thinking right. Ugh.
I can't blame him at that point.
Let's go to the penultimate. Well, I say penultimate. On paper, it's the penultimate match, but this is like the third to last match officially. The streak had not yet been established as far as like being a streak.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the very few things that, if they ever did, I don't think they ever highlighted it in any of the Undertaker packages in WrestleMania history.
Yes and no. They mention it.
Yeah, so, and this got set up at the Rumble. The Undertaker versus the Giant Gonzalez. The Giant Gonzalez looking like a fucking Attack on Titan with fur and the most god-awful bodysuit you've ever seen in your life.
That suit doesn't have as much bush as I do, though.
No, it really doesn't.
Oh, so you've seen my bush?
Who hasn't?
This is very fucking true.
I mean, we're gonna take a break after this match and get to a sponsor that'll help with that shit. But I'm just saying, like, it's true. Like, I mean, our boy fucking Gonzalez could have used a Manscaped sponsorship back in the day.
Yeah. Especially with those greasy ass sideburns.
Yeah. Oh God. Oof. Could have used a boar brush and brush that shit out and fucking.
Bruh, if he pinched any of the hair follicles, I'm pretty sure like a droplet of Popeye's grease would come out.
God, that's fucking gross. I wonder if that's like why the Undertaker couldn't keep a choke grip on him.
Dude.
Because think about it. Like the
Shit
only
just kept slipping.
Right. And this match should have been good. Obviously, on paper, it's like, okay, you got somebody that kind of dwarfs the Undertaker in this ring.
Could be really cool.
It could have been, except the ending was that he got chloroformed in the fucking ring and won by disqualification. He got carted out on a stretcher, and then he had to come back out and clothesline him a couple times to send the crowd home happy. Like, okay, what did that prove if this wasn't going to be long-term? You could have just not done the whole chloroform bit. Or unless it was to demonstrate, hey, even chloroform ain't going to fuck this guy over.
I don't know. That last one, you were giving them too much credit.
Dude. I got nothing. I really don't. Like, I know we're just kind of breezing through much of this shit, but god damn, like, it really fucking is telling how this was. Ugh.
Yeah. This is a very, very rare occurrence for WrestleMania, but for the whole runtime, I was just like, okay.
Right, exactly. Like, I know we're going to be hyped as fuck on next week's episode where we cover WrestleMania 39.
I certainly hope so, because there are some questionable things here and there that I can foresee. But the things that I care about, I really care about.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm not saying like I wasn't as a child invested in some of the characters on here. And even as going back, studying the history of the company in, that regard, it's like, yeah, we love these people and we like these characters and shit, but it's like, man, like there was really nothing to be invested in then or now or forever, as the WWE likes to say, then, now, and forever. But, Undertaker wins by disqualification in 7 minutes and 33 seconds. And we're going to take a break so that we can hopefully have any future Giant Gonzalez's get their fucking body hair and their beards taken care of, because we've got a fucking sponsor for that shit. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the main event and the surprise main event within the last, fucking 10 minutes of the pay-per-view. It's pretty fucking bad. You are listening to the Super Media Bros on the OddPods Media Network. Please don't go anywhere or we're going to throw some fucking salt in your eye from a bucket. Manscaped is here with the deal that you can't pass over this Easter season. They've got the tools to give you the beautifully decorated eggs of your dreams. Just because it's Easter, it doesn't mean that it's okay to hide those bad boys behind all the tall grass. So make sure that your downstairs lawn is mowed. Get yourself feeling as sweet as candy by going to manscaped.com and getting 20% off plus free shipping with our code SUPER. Gentlemen, it's time to put all your eggs into the perfect basket with the Performance Package 4.0. Inside of this ball care bunny basket, you're going to find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all of your goodies. You should know by now that the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer is an elite electric trimmer. It's got the proprietary advanced skin-safe technology designed to trim hair on loose skin. The Lawnmower 4.0 is also waterproof, and it's equipped with an LED light so that you can keep your eyes on your eggs even in the dark. And guess what? The Easter Bunny dropped off an extra special gift with the performance package by adding the upgraded Weed Whacker 2.0 nose and ear hair trimmer. This trimmer helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate spots in your nose and ear holes. This package also comes with the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Toner. Yeah, you heard that right. This is ball deodorant, and it's going to change your life. April means Easter, but it's also Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. So Manscaped partners with the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer. Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men ages 15 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of their We Save Balls initiative. So what are you guys waiting for? Go to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping with our code SUPER. Again, that is 20% off with free shipping with our code SUPER at manscaped.com. Make like a bunny and hop into the best deal of the year with Manscaped.
Hey, this is Grab and Brisket Podcast. Join us every Monday where we talk about the latest trends in barbecue, interviews with world top pitmasters, celebrity cooks,
Ooh, like Wee Man from Jackass.
and musicians.
Like Rich O'Toole?
So check us out. We do beer reviews, barbecue fails.
So many fires.
Dude, a lot of people just burn their houses down for no reason.
We also talk about cocaine hippos versus Beth Gators,
Learn how to make some tailgate gravy.
altercations with Texas Rangers.
People throwing Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, so check out grabthebrisket.com for podcast info, viral social media posts, and so much more.
Yo, so we're back. One thing I forgot to point out during the second match was the commentary.
Bruh, they were
on fucking fire, dude.
Bobby was fucking ruthless that whole night.
Fucking Jim Ross. I've just gotten word that the sensational Sherry has been attacked at the first aid station. Fucking without missing a beat. Fucking Heenan. Super!
Dude. And then he was saying some fucking questionable shit. As usual. Like, there was so many times where I was like, oh, fuck.
Dude, there's a couple of things that happened, all right? So, that were very questionable. Like, that motherfucker made like a round the wagons up joke during Tatanka's match.
Dude, I fucking died.
Fucking made him sign the treaty joke. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, what the fuck? And then...
You'd swear it was personal.
I know, but let's talk about, like, you'd swear it's personal. All right, so... Prefacing this with anybody who is unfamiliar with Yokozuna, he is Rodney. His name is Rodney Anoa'i. He's part of the fucking Anoa'i family, the same people like The Rock, the Head Shrinkers, the fucking Usos, Roman Reigns. He's related to all of them. Umaga, all these guys, right? He's billed as a Japanese guy from the Polynesian Islands.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, which I can see. I bought it. I bought it as a kid. I could still look and see it now.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. Let's be honest.
Put him with Fuji. It's a winning combination. I can't lie. They go to the back to interview Hogan of all fucking people. I just came from the Hitman's locker room, brother. So you just came from the Hitman's locker room to talk about Hulkamania this, Hulkamania that, and then to be like, I question my own legacy. So, brother, I'm going to put out the challenge right now. Hitman, it's going to be me versus either you or the Jap, brother. And I'm like, he fucking called him. That is so, like, it's probably not the worst fucking thing that he could go, but it's pretty fucking bad, dude. Like, oh my God.
Well, what makes it so bad is how
his Floridian came out.
Yeah, like there was no hesitation.
He just said it.
Yeah, like it was like, nope, this is not going to fall back at any point. 30 years from now, this will still be golden.
This is his version of the Booker T, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
Dude.
Oh my God. I still crack up at that shit, though.
Oh, dude, that's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in wrestling.
That is a classic.
Dude, I don't know. Like, and then to top it all off, my man just starts out of nowhere flexing in front of the camera. Pushes Mean Gene out of the way to flex in front of the camera.
And he's just, you just hear him exhale, just, ooh. It reminds me of that fucking video. You know the one I'm talking about, where it's on YouTube and it's Hogan versus Savage in breathing.
Yes.
Where they
It's enough to get me to the boiling point.
I swear to God, like that's the fucking video, dude. It's God, Jesus, damn it.
That shit's fucking fire.
I know. So we actually get to the fucking match itself.
Yeah.
Yokozuna versus Bret Hart for the WWF Championship. Yokozuna obviously won the right to wrestle for this championship at the Rumble. It's an 8-minute and 55-second match, and Bret, in his biography, like his book that he wrote or whatever, he talked about how Yoke had skipped a lot of the shit they were going to do in this match, so he wasn't too thrilled about it, but I mean, they made chicken salad out of chicken shit, obviously.
Right.
Like, it wasn't the best match on the card, but it's Bret. How do you go wrong opening a WrestleMania with Shawn and closing it with Bret? Like, you don't. That's like, you put your best two guys on first and last.
Right. Like, I wouldn't say there was anything particularly wrong with Bret here.
No, it was a match. It was it was a Bret match, and it was a Yoko match. I mean, it's what you would expect.
Right. I mean, Bret did what he could. Like, he tried. And
Bret's always been good with working with bigger dudes, be it like they were bigger than him or they were taller than him.
Right.
Some of his best matches were with like Razor and Diesel and fucking Yoko and Bam Bam Bigelow. Like, hell, he's had some great fucking matches with Bam Bam. Actually, I can't wait to get to the King of the Ring to talk about that shit. So the match ends with Bret having Yoko in the sharpshooter, and Fuji salts him right in the fucking eyes, and he falls over and gets pinned. Bro, Hogan, I've never seen that man move faster in my life. That dude was just like, he fucking poofed, like he just poofed to ringside.
In the fucking cowboy boots.
Looking like he didn't wrestle.
Yeah. That's what blows my mind. The fuck is that?
This was more than likely Hogan's creative claws bullshit coming into play. You fucking know he got McMahon's ear and was like, "That ain't working for me, brother." Like, the match, this whole thing was supposed to have set up Hogan and Bret at SummerSlam, which never happened for obvious reasons, which we'll explain once we get there, but goddamn. He's out of the ring helping Bret, and then Fuji, without missing a beat, just gets on the mic. Hogan, which, by the way, another commentary thing where they were like, "Oh, look at the man, look at Yoko. He's barely even breathing hard to doing this shit." I'm like, my man was dying. My man's is a big old guy in the fucking Vegas heat. He having a time, buddy.
You know who else was having a time? The crowd for chanting USA during a match that consisted of a Canadian and a Japanese gentleman.
Yeah, like even taking away the Japanese thing and just if he was just his Samoan self, he's still not even from the fuck whatever. Like,
that's why I think Hogan came out right then. I think that this was an audible. Everybody was hearing in the back people chanting USA, and they were like, "Calling an audible, Hulkster, get on out there."
Yeah, it had to have been him just, already having that bug in their ear about it and shit. So he goes out, he's acting like he's going to help Bret, and then like Fuji's like, "Oh, we're going to make a challenge to you, yellow belly American. We're going to put the championship on the line and all this other shit." And Hogan's like, "Oh, should I do it?" And it's showing like him like looking at Bret and then looking back in the ring and Bret like, waving him to go in the ring, when in reality, I really feel like Hogan was thinking that and Bret was really just saying, "Get the fuck off of me." Really, he just so happened to be looking at the ring because he was blinded by the salt. He's like, "Get the fuck off of me." And he's just like, "Oh, he's pointing to the ring." "Yeah, brother." And he fucking gets in.
Bruh.
Bell doesn't ring.
No.
Yoko holds him to get salted in the eye. He moves. Yoko gets salted in the eye. Fuji gets knocked down. Hogan, with no problem, clotheslines Yoko down, hits the leg drop, hits the 3 count, and wins in 22 seconds. And for the 7th time in 9 WrestleManias, we go off with Hulk Hogan standing tall with the World Wrestling Federation Championship. God damn it, it's 1993, and we're still doing this fucking ending. Like, we're still doing the WrestleMania to send people home, quote, happy with Hulk Hogan. And I remember you mentioning like, "Oh, you can't deny the pop." And I'm sitting there like, man, no, I think it was just a bunch of people that didn't want the, quote, Japanese guy to be walking away with their championship.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part about it. I think that crowd was more fucking racisty than anything, dude.
Bruh, that's fucked up. But yeah, probably.
Ugh. I hate to say this and end on this note, but god damn it, man. That's WrestleMania IX, and it was fucking terrible.
It was something. I don't know.
1993 has not been very kind to WWE.
No, it was 2 hours and 43 minutes of something.
Yeah. I mean, the next time we'll be coming back for a WWF pay-per-view from 1993. It's going to be the King of the Ring, which is the time that they made it like the first annual King of the Ring, and then it became part of the, quote, Big Five. So we'll be back with that. Next week, we're going to come back and talk about WrestleMania 39, the two-night event, which I'm almost positive is going to be a million times better than this one. And then after that, we are going to dive into a weekly Ninja Turtles trilogy review, because who doesn't like those motherfuckers? I mean, it kind of ties together. The Toxic Turtles were in the WWF at one point.
This is true. Okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah, exactly. Visit supermediabrospodcast.com for past, present, and future episodes. Check out all the other shows on the OddPods Media Network by visiting oddpodsmedia.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on social media like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. We're mostly active on Twitter. Sometimes we're active on Instagram. Our Facebook is like a graveyard. Come leave us some flowers like you would if the Undertaker like got buried alive and stayed buried alive. Say a prayer for us and throw some fucking salt like Yoko would, but just don't throw it in anybody's eyeballs. That would suck dick.
No, that's mean.
That's fucking rude. Go to our merch store and buy a t-shirt. Yeah, go do all that shit. Subscribe to us on YouTube, man.
Yeah, bro, I'm about ready to head out. I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm exhausted from just watching this fucking pay-per-view. But I gotta go back through and edit this shit, and it's gonna be a lot more fun than watching this pay-per-view. And I'm gonna have some coffee. I might watch some paint dry on the wall later. That'd be a lot more fun too.
Dude, I'm fucking worn the fuck out.
Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Please come back for our King of the Ring review in June. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's some cool matches on that fucking card for sure. And then come back next week, like we said, for WrestleMania 39 and hang out with us for some Ninja Turtle fun for the rest of the month. And this has been episode 269, WWF WrestleMania IX from Caesar's Palace in 1993. Until next week, I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
Shades on.
We're off.